Okay, so we have Gnome, Pirate, and Dwarf. Now, we have Lady Malissa to choose from. And I don't know where we're going to go with this. We're going to see what this lines up. And then, hopefully, my logic is either we hit Dwarfs first, we've seen Pirates. Okay, so booty, Bodacious booty, we're thinking we want to see at least 500 damage. That's going to be the challenge now of what we want to do. So we're going to take Sinbad, and then we're going to take this treasure, because Lady Malissa is going to give us the necessities to scale up pretty well here, I think. Okay. Yep. Already, I mean, Sinbad would have got us through that one anyway. But made it pretty comfortable, the fact knowing we had another little unit there to help us scale up. One thing I will say though, if I do see... See, that's the question. I was going to say, if I do see an Alheart Forge, I potentially will go down the brews. I do feel like the way I kind of set up the Baywatch treasure kind of gets lost. It's good for early game, but we'll take that now, and then we can take some brews. And we'll give to Sinbad. Give some stats to Sinbad. Like, they're not great. 1-1s are not great. But I'm happy to kind of like switch up straight away if we do see something that is worthwhile taking in terms of the dwarfs. Because pirates are alright, but you kind of know what's happening, where the splash brews were insane. And I really enjoyed them. So I thought we could hit bigger heights. Did we look for play and refresh? Play, give a brew. I could just play and refresh. If we give a brew, maybe someone else. See, Noel. Oh, I could have bought something. I really shouldn't showcase Lady Malissa because I play her wrong all the time, and it's just painful to watch. But we're moving on. We're going up the shop tier. We see a bounty and we see a sell. I do like the sell, so we're gonna discover a tier 5 dwarf. Sure, why not? We'll sell. We'll buy this. Slam that in. Sell that. Sell this. Sell this. And then sell this one. I had enough coins. And we have stuff to get brewers, but we are going down pirates. Heart got a brew. Okay, making sure I've already used my Lady Malissa like tactic here. Yeah, okay, I think we overpower them. It's good that that perished. Right, so we're comfortably through. This setup, 7 trophies. What, do we upgrade once more? We have a coin. Yeah, we upgrade once more. So we upgrade... We're taking a tier 5 dwarf. I don't understand why I'm doing that. Yeah. Do we have any stats? No. Do we care? A little, because we have one matchup left. But Bodacious Booty, 500 damage, inbound. Things are getting set up in place. We're actually seeing some good stuff with these bounties. Taking things out, and we did lose. But we're going to get tier 5 dwarf, which is, now thinking about it, not necessary. But you know what? Things aren't guaranteed anyway. One more upgrade to tier 5 is going to be grand for us. We do have a kickstart, and we have a unit tier higher when you sell a unit. So let's buy this. To sell this, it gave us a kickstart. Okay, which is fine. We have kickstart and death, open 1 treasure. Sinbad's also there. What does this do? Death, 2 coins until next turn. And then we can play to like kind of refresh. Yeah, and we cannot take Sinbad. We use Lady Malissa. Okay. Splash Bros are kind of kicking in. We stole Sinbad, which is good for us. Sinbad's our only like person that can attack, right? I mean, we got a tie that time. But Sinbad is really only our person of interest, our POI, who can actually attack. And that's not great, because that's not stats at all. This is... Next refresh contains... Yeah, right, so we got the extra brews. That's good. Is it my hand full? My hand is not full. This is even better. Bodacious Booty, but that's also insane, by the way, for the record. Bodacious Booty is now better than Sinbad. Oh god. Let's not let that happen again. Too late. It already happened.
Pure. Radiant.
2/2 to next turn. Play next turn, I guess. Sell that. Play this.
Palpable.
Then we want to sell. That's actually weird. Let's see how that works. Do you think they could all like intertwine with each other? So if I sell this and sell this, and then play this, we then have this. We still can't get that. Ah, okay. So we want to do... I need that though. Okay, we'll just hang on a minute and we'll take this for there. Can we do like... Definitely can't take it. Might be because we haven't reached 0 coins. No, we've already done that. Okay, let's see, because we've got some splash roofs kick in. This was never going to be a threat. It doesn't go to the one I want it to go. That's the worst part. But he will gain stats from this, which I'm interested to see if he stays 15 damage, because that's actually pretty weird. I mean, it makes sense. He gains stats in combat and keeps them permanently, but I always just assumed it was from bruise. It might not actually be from the bruise. It's not just from the bruise. So that's actually pretty sick for us. We drop this guy in here, given some stats. What is this at? That's a tier 2. That just gives some pirate stats. This is another treasure. I guess kind of works for the Bodacious Booty. I don't think this way is going to get us to where I think it would get us to. We're going to take this to just buy this to sell it. Right, that makes sense. Yeah, we do that. No, that's actually going to be good for us. We can play this, like, double damage, Bodacious Booty. Yeah, I mean, we've definitely used Lady Malissa. That's now given some stats. I could probably position Bodacious Booty in a different place. We stole a cell unit, which is fine. Oh, we stole a Bodacious Booty. That's actually broken. I've seen that quite a few times now, so hopefully that'll be fixed shortly, but Bodacious Booty is carrying us through. We now have a double though, so we could actually cheese it and get it golden. So the broken part is when you have Bodacious Booty on your field somehow, and then you use the grapple hook to steal a unit from the shop, Bodacious Booty's in the shop.
The logic was sound. The result
okay.
flawless.
You then get like a copy of it somehow. So we take that and get it golden. We then put that into play like that, nice and grand. We then could sell some units. Buy this. We want to allow that to continue. Maybe sell Vault Keeper, and then sell this. We see play. Give a pirate. Give an ally a brew. Sure. What? Another Bodacious, but their Heart Forge is pretty solid actually. To the point where we can play this. Should we take another Bodacious, or do we take another one of this? I think Bodacious kind of makes sense now. That's plunder ability, but that doesn't make any sense, so we can rotate the shop a bit more. And we'll try and get the double stats. Yeah, make multi-strike until next turn. I don't know how this is meant to be working, but all I can say is kind of working. I don't know what we're cooking. Hang on. After you... I swear their whole board just exploded. I thought it was a hero ability, but their whole board just exploded and then nothing happened. We attacked fresh air. That's kind of crazy. We have another play ability, which is kind of crazy as well. We have this, which we can sell. I just always like this unit. It wasn't worth it, so we're just selling stuff. I mean, we could potentially get rid of Bodacious Booty. The bounties and stuff does make sense now, so let's... Oh no, let's play refresh. It's not what I thought it was. That's fair. We can then drop this in. Sell a pirate, get 1+1. And we do have some units that are on the board for this to be beneficial. How much beneficial though? I don't know if they actually are. Well, actually, we could just take this to sell this. Give some extra stats. Yeah, another Heart Forge? Sure. We don't hate it. We don't hate, like, extra stats. I don't think we're going to get Bodacious to 500 like we were talking about, because we haven't went down the plunder route. But we have lost a life. Huh. Demons is actually the whole reason we're here. We're trying to record the demons and get the demons sorted. But Alheart Forge, in for what though?
This could have been avoided.
I mean, taking out this guy is actually
Less
worse
important.
for the Alheart Forges. So let's do this. Potentially we could see something golden. I don't even know what that could possibly... 2 Alheart Forges. Incredible. And so is this guy. This guy just took us up a notch. Oh, insane. So we're playing this to then play this to then buy this unit and rotate. And then we want this to be like this. We have absolutely nothing that will trigger Bodacious Booties. Yeah. I just realized that. So let's get rid of this. We'll take the hit on the stats of the brews. We'll take the hit on that to get some bounties on the board to be triggering Bodacious Booties levels, right? Good. Because the splash brews are pretty sick. As long as Avenge didn't go. Oh, we got a tie. We got a tie. We got a tie to feel alive. Is Demon's gonna actually destroy us here? I think they could. We probably should ditch the Bodacious Booty plan
This game
and just accept the
take it easy.
dwarfs into our life. Although having a golden version of this which gains double the stats in permanent combat is very interesting, and we have it on our play, which I think we should just do. Play. That makes sense, and we just keep it? Keep it on the board? Yeah? Yeah, maybe? No? I don't know. Well, we can take that one, I guess. I don't know what for, though.
Perfect synthesis of
We just take it for the sake of taking it. We could sell it. Right. Do we have enough to get over the here? That's 1 Avenge gone, which is fine. 2 Avengers. We have enough. We have enough. We have enough somehow. 12 and 40. The new cards are on show and kind of being insane as we interlink them. Is it possible? Does it make sense? No, it does not. Are we caring? No, not really. So we sell this to them. Why are we playing this though? I was going to play it just to get the brews, but I don't know if it makes any sense. And that guy does make the brews a little bit more sense, right? He gives more stats. So we can then sell this to then play this to give a brew to Bodacious and then get the 2 brews. We can just kind of keep giving brews to Bodacious, but I want to give it to the Avenge one so we don't kind of end up like that dying too soon, if that makes sense. Vault Keeper. Yeah, sure, I don't hate Vault Keeper. Let's go for it. Right. Bodacious is at 210. And we quite comfortably get past this. We've avoided the one that gains like triple the stats. How did we possibly avoid the one that gained triple the stats? We have 2 matchups left. I think we'll go on and do this with these insane new cards, which is incredible because they're not meant to interlink. Let's be honest here. Let's take that, and that works. Another treasure which can trigger Bodacious. This isn't like optimal setup at all, but we don't care. Bodacious just got stuff. Steph got pirate. Set bounties. See, that's actually much better than what we've been trying to do this whole time. And that's going to be good for us. Yeah, sure. Let's take that for the Lady Malissa. Some stats. Now, the Splash Brews are going to kick in. 100s. Okay, we're up at 2. You know what? 268. One more Avenge. That's the event. The wrong unit keeps going. 56. 56 gets us through. But also one matchup left, which is where everything comes to the place that just shows if you have the right heroes,
Proceed.
anything in your mind can be achieved. And I had no plan of where I was going with this one. All I knew was I was doing something because I had Lady Malissa and I wanted to showcase how good of a hero she can actually be. So that's exactly what I did. I showcased just how much of a hero she can actually be. And we haven't lost a combat, so we've got one left. Let's just see if we can maybe see one of these guys. We did not, so let's go pirate. Oh, thought we nailed it there. May as well just take this actually to sell this. We've seen a pirate. We can sell again. And no. So coming to the end, we wanted to get Bodacious Booty to 500, but we got to halfway there by going down the route of including with the dwarfs, and we end the game with dwarfs and pirates on our board. So it's not essentially the free factions, but it's pretty much good enough in showing that the new cards are really good, especially with the splash brews and certain heroes. I think they're pretty solid. Let me know if you're still enjoying the new cards, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.